Oh, hi, happy Wednesday. Okay, we are getting ready to go to the Stampede, so I wanted to show you really quickly some tricks for long-lasting makeup, because if you've ever been to the Stampede and you've been to one of the tents, it's hot, it's sweaty, and I want my makeup to not be down here by the end of the day. So also we're gonna need to protect our skin because we are going to be outside for the rodeo. And so, sorry, not the rodeo, the Chucks. Rodeo's already on. Anywho, I've got the Dew Skin here. So this has got the SPF. So I'm just gonna apply this really quickly because I want my skin to be protected. I also love the Dew Skin because it acts as a primer. So that is also great, which is also gonna help me make my makeup stay just a little bit longer through all of the mung. Because honestly, Stampede is a little bit mungy. But I, again, don't want my makeup all the way down in my face. So my first trick right there was doing the Dew Skin. Again, it acts as a primer, but if you have ever tried a mattifying powder, the powder is what is actually going to help make a base. So I have a large blush brush here. I've dipped the mattifying powder in, and now I'm just going to apply all over my face because this is now helping the Dew Skin set, but it's also giving my skin a nice even dry palette to put the rest of my makeup on. So I'm actually going to use this again in a bit, but there is to kind of help seal in my Dew Skin, which is an important step. The next is the Tint Skin. So if you are not a heavy foundation person, I love the Tint Skin because it's nice and light. I've been using this sponge a little bit more than our retractable brush, only because I dropped my foundation brush and I need to get a new one. So I'm not telling you where I dropped it, but you can read between the lines on that one. So the Tint Skin is gonna add sort of my all over complexion look, and it's gonna even out my skin tone. Again, also super important for a long day of stampeding. So Tint Skin is on. I don't actually have a ton of bags right now under my eyes, and I would like to thank the the resurfacing peel for that. But I'm going to, again, just because I want a little bit of a longer look, here is the concealer click pen. So you're just gonna click it a couple times and then do sort of like the V-shaped, it's like putting on paint a little bit. So this is gonna help. I also am going to now put it on top of my eyelids because this is gonna act as a primer as well. For more of like the evening look. So again, I use the sponge just really quickly to put it all in. And again, the concealer pen I cannot live without. It is my favorite. It helps with the mom circles. Although once I get a tan, they definitely are not as noticeable. Okay, so there is the concealer pen, and again, I've added the layer on top of my eyelids, and that's to ensure that the makeup lasts and stays put. So the next thing is my eyebrow pencil. There's two ends to this one that we have here. So I'm going to, you wanna just apply it in a stroke-like formation, or application, I should say, not formation. But this is going to help, and you wanna just pull the eyebrow a little bit up, because of course I want like a little bit of a lift. Who doesn't? So this is, you want to make sure too that when you are applying with an eyebrow pencil that it is soup stoops sharp. So I don't know if you can see that, but I have it really nice and sharp. So there's like the first eye. Sharp is key because when it is sharp, it just goes through the hair that much easier. I've had a couple clients mention that doesn't seem to spread as well, but that is because you just need it sharpity sharp. That's not a word, but you know, we're going with it. So again, we're just gonna pull up a little bit higher and just the little brush like strokes. So there is the eyebrow pencil, and then I just like to make them a little bushier, so I'm gonna just brush them out. You can do this step before or after, but I just like the look of it being just a wee bit bushier. So there we go, we've got the eyebrows. Next, again, because I'm doing a little bit of stampeding and evening, I'm going to actually put an eyeliner on. And so again, you're gonna wanna make sure that this is nice and sharp. And I just like more of like the smoky eye look. So I'm gonna be a little bit more careless about it, if you will, because I'm gonna come back in and smudge it, just because I don't need it to be totally precision. And also, let's be honest, nothing in my life is like super precision. So just a quick little outline, and then I come back in with our eyeshadow brush. Eyeshadow, and I just smudge it out a little bit, just like that, because again, I want more of like the smoky eye look. I don't need it to be a straight line. So there we go. I do my eyeliner next, and then again, if there's anything that gets on underneath, I just take the blush brush and wipe it away like that. The next thing too is, because we're doing like a bit of more of an evening, I am going to put on, and again, I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush. This is from our palette. We have a whole new makeup line launching tomorrow, which I'm super stoked about. And it is, it's gonna be game changing, and little tiny palettes. So if anybody loves palettes but doesn't want a ton amount of eyeshadow colors because it's overwhelming, these new palettes are gonna be awesome. So I always do this as a base layer. So we've got the lighter stuff as the base, and then now I'm just gonna come back in with the crease and just do a little bit again of more of like a smoky eye. So because I put the concealer pen on first, that's acting as my base. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit here in the crease just to, you know, kind of get a bit more of a dramatic look. I don't want too much, but I do want a little bit of makeup on tonight. So there we go, and you can see again in my crease that it went just a little bit darker. The next thing is our highlighting set, and I am obsessed with the highlighting set. You all know this to be true, so I'm gonna do really quickly, just using the bronzer here, and you just want to go in like a 3 shape because we want that sort of like that sun-kissed look. And of course we want a blush for our evening, so we're just gonna put it on the apples of our apples of the cheek. And then the highlighter, if there was one out of this set that I like absolutely had to have, it's this highlighter. It's super popular right now too. You can sort of see it on all the runways and when you're watching makeup tutorials. So I just put it wherever the sun would potentially have hit. So then we're gonna just, again, I'm gonna just take them on my sponge. The last video I did, I actually used my makeup, the foundation, the retractable brush, but again, it's no longer living. So the sponge works just as good too. And you just wanna rub it in. So you can see the nice sheen that it provides, the highlighter. And then I just gotta get the white highlighter that I put there as well. There, so there is our highlighting all done. Then I'm going to use the my mascara, which I'm using just like the lengthening right now. You can use the 2 different types. With this particular mascara, again, it's a building mascara, so I always suggest going from side to side first, and that is what is building up the thickness of this. And I'll go next on the other side here. So again, I'm building the thickness. And then I'm gonna put it back in, and now I'm gonna go back with the length. So with a natural mascara, because it's made clay-based, it performs a little bit differently, but again, I think that it performs just as well as any other mascara in my personal opinion. And you can see my eyelashes getting longer. So I believe it's all in the technique for this particular mascara, because as you can see, it just definitely worked. So again, now I'm building the length. So I'd already built the thickness, and now I am building the length. So are you bored yet? A little makeup tutorial for you. Just a quick and easy sort of awesome Stampede look that is going to stand up all night, because that's really important. Okay, So there we go, we've got my mascara on, we've put the darker stuff in the crease, and now here is again the ticket, in my opinion, to helping your makeup stay. I'm going to come back and use the mattifying powder again. We've got the large blush brush, and I'm just going to dab it in, and then I'm going to just wipe it all around. So again, I feel like this, for me, seals in my makeup and kind of just puts it in place. And plus, if you're not overly into the dew look, then you're going to want to add maybe perhaps even one more layer. Now this mattifying powder and the blush brush is going to be put in my purse. So if you ever have sort of a 3 o'clock shadow and you want to get rid of it, again at the Stampede and dancing and being hot and sweaty, I'm going to definitely want to dab with the mattifying powder just to get the sheen away. So there we go, and it also helps seal. And last but not least, I'm kind of a lip gloss girl when it comes to the Stampede. So you can do a primer as well on that if you have a lip liner. But I'm just going for the good old gloss look. So there you go. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'm going to attach some Stampede looks too. As you can see, I've got my Stampede gear on. This actually goes down like this, so I'll show you a picture of it. And I hope you all have an awesome time, and if you haven't gone stampeding yet, I encourage it. If you, again, have any questions, let me know. Bye!